Okay, grade 12. On this one, I want us to work on how to factorize a cubic function. Okay, I don't want to waste time. I just want us to go straight to the work. Let's say you are given something like this, 8x to the power 3. Then let's subtract, or let's say plus 27. And we need to factorize this, okay? So we can see that this is a cube and we need to factorize that. So the best thing to do, look at this. You can see that both of these both of them, they are cubes. So both are cubes. Okay, so what I need you to do when you have something like this, you're going to take the 8x to the power 3. You're going to write it like this and say this is 8x to the power 3. Then you find the cube root of that term. So you find the cube root of that term. Then you do the same with the 27, okay? So you do the same with the 27. You need to find the cube root of that 27. Okay, we're going to bring the 27 down. Then we need to find the cube root of that 27. Then bring the sign also. You bring the sign down, which is positive. So I'm not sure if you want me to remind you how the laws of exponents works or the cube roots, what. Okay, so remember, if I have a times b, and both of this is square root, I can write this as the square root of a times the square root of b, which is what I'm going to apply with 3, the root 8, which is multiplied by x to the power 3. I'm going to write this as 3, okay, 8, and then this is multiplied by, you see, x to the power 3. So this side, if you punch that on the calculator, the cube root of 8, we get an answer to be 2. So this will be 2x. Okay, let's say 2 because we are not yet working on that other side. So this is 2 times. This cube root cancel with the 3. So this will be x. So this tells you that 8x to the power 3, the cube root of that is just 2x. Then plus, and if you punch this on the calculator, you'll definitely get that this is 3. So this will be 2x plus 3. So this tells you that 2x plus 3 is a factor. Okay, so it's a factor. Now you need to work on finding the other part of the quadratic equation because this is a cubic function. It has 3 solutions. Right, to find the other side of the solution, I'm going to make this to be more easy. Look at this. You're going to take the first term, which is 2x. You take the first term, you're gonna divide the 8x. You see, 8x to the power 3, you divide that by that 2x. The answer you get, so 2 goes into 8 4 times, and then x to the power 3 divided by x. The base are the same. You subtract the exponent, which leaves us with x squared. The answer that you get, you put it on this part here. So this will be 4x squared. Okay, so you need to put this one here, 4x squared. Then you take the 3, you're going to divide that 27. So we take the 3, we divide the 27. The answer that you get, but please note that when you take the 3, take it with the sign. So we divide 27 plus by plus 3, which gives us positive 9. So I'm going to write this as plus 9 down there. So what you need to do now, you need to work out on finding the middle term. And this is how you find the middle term. You're going to take 2x, you multiply with positive 3. So it's like saying 2x, you multiply that with the positive 3. What do you get? This gives us positive 6x. The answer that you get, you're going to write it down there, but with a different sign. So this will be minus 6x. Then you can see that when it's like this, it's factorized. You can also continue and factorize that quadratic. You can also continue and factorize the quadratic, but The most important thing is for you to understand how we got to that step. So in most cases in an exam, they will definitely need you to find the full factorization. Also, you'll have to factorize that 4x squared minus 6x plus 9. But I know that it's very easy for you guys to factorize those type of questions, right? Okay, so now let me give you another example that we can try. Okay, let me give you an example that you can try. So let's say we need to factorize, let's say 8. Okay, let's say x to the power 3 minus 8. Let's say you want to factorize this one. Okay, so now if we factorize this one, this thing, you'll get this type of question in grade 12 when you work with limits, something like this. Let's say you have the limit as x approaches, let's say as x approaches 2. And then on top, they say this is x to the power 3 minus 8. On bottom, let's say they give you x minus 2. So you can see that from this problem, you cannot do the direct substitution, because this gives us, if you do the direct substitution, where there's x, if you substitute 2, you get your denominator to be 0. So can you see that this is something that we need to avoid? And to do that, we need to factorize the top part. So you can see how helpful this lesson is. So remember the steps. First, find the cube root of that x to the power 3, and then you're gonna do the same with the 8, and then you bring the sign down there. So this one is just x, because the cube root and the 3 cancel, we minus 2, so we know that that one will give us 2. Okay, so this is what I have now. And what's next? We take the x to the power 3, we divide that by that x. Okay, and the answer that you get, you're going to write it down here. So this will be x squared. Then you take the minus 2, you divide that 8. So we take the minus 8. Guys, we are dividing the minus 8 by the minus 2. And this gives us positive 4. Please pay attention. You take the 2 with the sign and you divide the 8 with the sign. So this will give us plus 4. Right. So now we need to do what? We need to find the middle term. You remember what we do? You multiply the 2, it's x. Gonna multiply that with negative 2, which gives us negative 2x. The answer that you get, you're gonna write down there, but with a different sign. So this will be positive 2x. Right, so when you have it like this, we can continue and factorize that guy. We can definitely continue and factorize. So what I'm trying to say is that this is x minus 2, and then we can open the brackets and factorize the quadratic part. It's going to be x, is going to be x, the factors of 4, that when you add or subtract, they give us 2 is just 2 and 2. One bracket, it's, oh, both of them, they should be negative. Is that making sense when we say both of them should be positive? Nope, it's not making sense, but we need to say, it's not both of them should be negative, but positive, né? And that's it. You see? Then this is fully factorized. So yeah, if I look at this type of questions, if you look at this type of questions, this will be helpful, because look at this. We can write the top part to be x minus 2 into, we left with x squared plus 2x plus 4. This is what we got when we factorize. This is divided by x minus 2. So you can see that these two cancels. We left with the limit as x approaches 2 of that x squared plus 2x plus 4. Then you can now do the direct substitution. I hope you guys understand now how to factorize the cubic function. So now on the next one, I'll teach you guys how to factorize the cubic function when you use the by inspection, because in most cases you won't even have like this type of easy questions like this one. Some of the questions, they will be more complicated. When I say more complicated, let's say you want to factorize 1 over 2x cubed plus 5x to the power 2 minus 12x plus 10. I'll teach you guys how to factorize this type of equations using back inspection. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward, guys, to see you on the next one.